What's up, YouTube? This is your big bro, King Jabez, back today with another very important message. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, leave a comment, let me know what you think about my content. In addition to that, please feel free to follow me over on Instagram at The King Jabez. And for those who want to talk to me one-on-one, I do offer consultations. Whatever you decide to do, it will be greatly appreciated. Let's do some work. What are we talking about today? Today's video is entitled, Chosen Ones. You may be unaware of this, but all eyes are on you right now. You got a lot of eyes on you. And I don't mean just people. You have the eyes of the Most High. First and foremost, the eyes of the Lord are everywhere, beholding both evil and good, scripture. You have angels who are referred to in the book of Daniel as watchers. They are watching you. Demons are watching you with the desire, of course, to mess you up, to bring curses in it, to activate spells and all type of bad stuff. Exorcists are watching you. People who are currently following you, supporting, are watching, looking for guidance, looking for inspiration. Because all the eyes are not bad. Obviously, some are looking at you for good, of course, and some may have a different motive. But I think you get the point. Right now, every human has a lot of eyes on them. You're being watched from heaven. You're being watched from hell. You're being watched by men. You're being watched by women. You're being watched by haters. You're being watched by supporters. And you have to be able to steward all that energy the right way. I'm telling you, that's a lot of pressure. I'll be honest, sometimes pressure gets to me. I know everything I mentioned right now, I'm being watched by all those people. So everything I mentioned, I'm being watched by all of those different beings. And that energy can create a pressure sometimes that can break you if you're not careful. And we have to be wise with that. So all eyes are on you. Elite, souls, spirits. And you are now being positioned to activate some blessings. You are being positioned to receive that transfer of wealth. You are being positioned to be the leader, to be the voice you're supposed to be. To be the influencer you're supposed to be the businessman, woman you're supposed to be the leader you're supposed to be the mother, the father you're supposed to be the content creator you're supposed to be the artist, beautician, hairstylist, tattoo artist, entrepreneur, tradesman, stay-at-home mom. I'm gonna tap on everybody. Gym bro, gym girlies, whoever you are listening to this talk, you are being positioned to do what you're supposed to do. I tapped on everybody, didn't I? Everybody. Gym, work, church, spirituality, music, culture, business, blue collar, white collar. I don't care who you are. That's what I'm trying to say. You're being watched. And it's time for you and I to step up to the plate and to make things happen. There's a reason why you feel so much pressure right now. And let me just break this down, what's happening to you on a spiritual perspective. Everything begins in the spirit realm. So your spirit receives the message from the Most High that something good has happened, right? Your spirit understands that a curse has been broken. Your spirit understands that you are the generational curse breaker. Your spirit understands that you are the one chosen to make things happen. Your spirit understands that doors are opening that you are not aware of yet in your mental capacity. So this is all of the energy you feel. This is why many of you are having these vivid dreams. Your dreams are downloads. The numbers you see each day are messages, the reflections you have, and the insight during your times of meditation. All of this is aligned with your soul purpose, which you are here on the earth to do. Everyone has a purpose. Our purpose was given to us by the Most High before the world was formed, before we were born. Okay, so this is nothing that, God thought about when you got here on your birthday. Right? He scheduled your existence. He scheduled my existence. That's the way you got to see yourself. So much so that the entire creation is aligned with your very being. The angels themselves are there to assist us in our journey, to communicate messages, at times to rescue us from danger. The earth itself is made for us to inhabit. So everything around us was made for us. Think about that. So this is predetermined, right? It's ordained. And what's happening with many of you, right, and this happens to all of us because we're humans, is that our mind doesn't want to process all that because our mind is full of the insecurities we wrestle with since childhood. Our mind is full of the lies and times that we've heard from other people through the content we've digested. It could be a song we listen to, music, movies, conversations with family, the people we grew up with. Various ways messages got to our mind, and our mind sometimes struggles to process that something new has happened because of the trauma of the past. Does that make sense? So sometimes the trauma of the past makes it difficult for you and I to realize how others are seeing us now, right? There has been a shift in your life, and people are seeing you differently. Doors are opening for you, whether you understand it now or not. You are a new person. And so the mind has to be renewed. The spirit, your innermost being, gets it. The spirit's now trying to convince the mind to get into action. So the spirit receives the message. The mind struggles with that, and the mind has to be on board for you to put it into action in the real world, right? So what takes place in the spirit realm is communicate to your mind, and the mind has to make you now go forward because the mind is, right, the instrument of manifestation. That's word. Your mind, my mind, is the instrument of manifestation. We manifest our goals, our ideas, from thoughts. And the vision becomes reality. And this is why it is so important for you and I to control our body, our vessel. Because lust and spirituality are opposite sides of the same coin. This is why philosophers, by the way, would often be celibate. Not saying you should do that, but this is why they did that. People like Aristotle, Socrates, Pythagoras, the mathematician and genius. Shaka Zulu in Africa, by the way. He required his warriors to be celibate for a year during war. Why did all these men do this? They understood the importance of focusing all energy towards progress. This applied to ladies as well, because the culture is always seen through the character of the women. So ladies, I'm coming for you too. Ladies, this is for you too. This is definitely for you. Because the way the women dress and act and carry themselves is a clear reflection of the culture of those people. Period. So if you want to look at the condition of the people, look at the women. That's history. I didn't make that up. That's the way it goes. You want to look at a race, you want to look at a culture, a country, check their women out. And how they carry themselves, their standards or lack thereof, their beauty, their character, because they're beautiful women everywhere, right? But the character and how they, conduct themselves each day, conversation, that's a clear indication into the mindset and the reality of that culture of those people. We can even look at this from a astrological perspective. You look at the sun being the energy of the father or the man, the sun, warmth, and you have the moon or the lunar energy of the woman. The sun sets the tone, right? Gives you the heat, gives you the energy you need to get things done for that day. You understand me? That's what the man's supposed to do. Set the tone, be the leader, step up to the plate, right? And the woman brings that lunar energy, the moon energy. It's there to be clear, honestly, to show people how to act. That's why we got somebody that's acting a fool. The first thing you say is, what did your mama teach you? Right? Because it's in the nature of the woman to teach people how to act. They have the class, the character, how you conduct yourself with other people. This is normally what mama does, right? So women have been gifted by God with the wisdom, right? Because they're created in the image of God as well, by the way. They're created with the wisdom to teach people how to act, how to carry yourself. Sometimes when you got a wife or a girlfriend, sometimes the guys don't always catch the social cues the women catch, right? And that's why when you have a woman around you, you have a defense in that regards. And the man is there to provide that intuition or that discernment. Sometimes men are not going to be as nice as the lady's going to be. So we're going to see the snakes before the woman sees it, right? Because she wants to see good in people, etc. We're going to see stuff for what it is. And that too becomes a good 1-2 punch. Not talking about relationships now, but we're talking about in terms of people are being aware of you, watching you, and the effects that men have on society and the effects that women have on society, this will draw people to you when you have that balance, right? When you have that wisdom and direction, you're now in a position where people can take you serious. That's the way it works. People will take you serious when they see your conversation, the way you conduct yourself, and they see others being converted to your way of life. When all eyes are on you, they're there for a reason, because you have proven yourself. You're now in a position where you can be an example. That's why the eyes are on you. They're on you because now there's been so much invested into you in your mind and the way you think, the books you have read, the way you prepared yourself for your work, all of the talent you have and the assignment that you're fulfilling. You are now someone who can be an example to others. That's what influence is. That's what leadership is. You can show people the way. And so people are watching you for a number of reasons. We got to be careful. Everyone who watches you isn't a monitoring spirit, by the way. Some people watch you for inspiration. Some people watch you because that's all you hear online now. Somebody watches you, you call them monitoring spirit. That's kind of low level knowledge, to be honest. The truth is, people are supposed to watch us. We are our brother's keepers, right? We're supposed to watch one another and to get insight, to get guidance. Iron sharpens iron, according to King Solomon. So that's truth. So people are watching you to see what you're going to do next, because they can kind of anticipate. They can feel that you're about to do something, right? It's kind of the way it works. When someone has this energy about themselves, and I've seen this too, and you can kind of see the momentum even before it really takes off. You can kind of tell when a woman's about to take off, and you see it, and you're like, yeah, I saw that boy going now. She's going now. You see it coming. So they're watching you because they can feel this energy around you. It's kind of like this spiritual bomb that's going to just blow up. And that's what it needs to blow up. It's kind of like something's released, and it creates such a reaction in so many minds. That's why we say you go viral, right? So when I say all eyes are on you, I'm not talking about fantasy. Some of you are going to go viral. Some of you are going to increase your social currency. You'll get more followers. Some of you are going to have more say in your actual community, because everybody's not on social media. I understand that. Some of you are not on social media, but you're going to have more influence in your direct community. So that being said, some of you are going to have eyes on you. Let's make it plain. In your immediate community, whether this be your job, whether this be a club that you're a part of, you're going to have direct influence in your everyday, real world experiences. Others are going to have some more influence online. Others, it may be through your skill and your talent that you display, whether it be through music or through art or culture, business expertise. Many of you are in a position now where you are being watched because people can see there's something there that they can be a part of. They understand that you're bigger than just a temporary moment, but you're actually building some type of movement. It's one thing to have a moment. It's another thing to have actual movement. And people can tell, okay, this woman's going somewhere. You have that energy on you. Some of you kind of have, like I talked to one of my followers yesterday on Instagram, you have this star type of energy. Even though you're not knowing yet, you can see it's on you. You have this aura that says you're supposed to be seen by many people. And I believe that for many of you. So the question you should have, obviously, is like always, what do you do with this message? Continue to work. If eyes are on you, take it as an honor. That is an honor, because people don't watch everybody. So if you're being observed and people are being inspired, you're doing something right. So understand your power and the responsibility that comes with that. I learned this when I was in college. With a great privilege comes a great responsibility. It goes both ways. I mean, this is a privilege for me to have these various platforms, be over here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all over social media, millions of views. That's a great privilege. But with that is a responsibility to live and to model what I say out my mouth. Because some of you see me in real life. And I enjoy that, because you get a chance to see this is who I am. This is not just a gimmick and talk for views online. This is my real life. So when you have a platform, or you have a position in society, or in some cases both, whatever you're doing, where people are watching you, don't let the pressure get to you. I guess I'll give some warnings as we kind of wrap this up. There's a lot of pressure comes with that. There's a lot of pressure that comes with being public, right? There's very little forgiveness. You will be misunderstood, judged harshly, and you have to be able to take the criticism one or two ways. If it's correct, make some adjustments. This is kind of how I look at it, because of course, me doing what I do, I get a lot of criticism. I get a lot of support too, by the way. A lot of support. A lot of people I can tell clearly love what I do, and they make that clear through emails, messages, sometimes gifts. So I have a lot of support. So let me give them some clout, because sometimes we focus on all the negativity. There are a lot of people who rock with me, who like me. I get that. So I got all the followers. Common sense, right? But then with that comes a lot of hate, and criticism. And when I get those hate emails or criticism, I got to look at it one or two ways. If it's somebody that's just a crank, just negative and evil, just, swipe left. You feel me? Swipe left, ignore, I'm not going to get any energy. If it is valid, I'm going to consider that. I'm a smart man. You grow by correction. So, which is some of you guys have said stuff to me, I'm going to be honest, big bro took it to heart. I'm always learning. It was valid. I received it and made the necessary adjustments. And some of you have said to say, big bro, I see the growth, right? That's how you grow. So I take criticism that is, I believe, fair or merited. I take that serious, because that's the opportunity for me to grow and to get better. And that's the way you should look at it. So that's a long way of saying criticism should be seen one of two ways. It's either to improve myself or to ignore. Period. Don't internalize. Don't sit there and think about it all day. That's waste time, right? So that's going to come as you grow and have eyes on you. As I wrap this up, take criticism with a grain of salt. If it's negative, if it's positive, then, change, make some adjustments, and look out for temptation. With a lot of attention comes the potential to do wrong, right? A lot of pressure. This is why a lot of artists, people who are known, struggle with drugs, addictions, multiple partners and whatnot. And I'm not talking about just artists. People, it could be a person who's a leader of a church. Men and women who have power and status and responsibility are often alone working on their craft, which makes you vulnerable for temptation. So let me just give that fair warning as we kind of wrap this up. And above all, just stay strong. Take it one day at a time, and allow the Most High to guide you with the time, talent, and treasures that you have. So I appreciate you guys watching this video on this Memorial Day. God bless. Peace.